It all started during a recent public event where Ben was being honored for his long and impactful career in Hollywood. The crowd expected the usual: gratitude to co-stars, shout-outs to directors, and a few jokes. But instead, Ben paused, took a deep breath, and began to speak from the heart. His voice trembled as he said, "There's someone I owe more than just an apology. Someone who's been my anchor, my friend, and my greatest teacher in life, Jennifer." The audience went silent. Cameras stopped flashing. Even his longtime friends, including Matt Damon, looked stunned. Ben's words carried a weight no one could ignore. He spoke about how, in his most difficult years, Jennifer stood by him, even when she had every reason to walk away. Ben admitted that he hadn't always appreciated what he had, and that he had let his own demons cloud the love and respect he had for her. His voice cracked as he said, "I wasn't the man I should have been, and for that I am truly sorry. Jennifer, you deserve the peace and happiness I couldn't give you then." As the audience turned their gaze toward Jennifer, who was sitting quietly in the front row, she was visibly emotional. Her eyes filled with tears as Ben spoke, her hands trembling slightly as she tried to hold herself together. For years, she had remained composed and private about their past, choosing grace over gossip. But in this moment, every layer of calm seemed to break. Witnesses say Jennifer looked deeply moved, not out of anger, but from the raw honesty in Ben's voice. For once, it wasn't about the cameras, the headlines, or the judgment. It was about two people who had shared a life, made mistakes, and learned painful lessons in front of the entire world. Ben's apology wasn't rehearsed or polished. It was messy, real, and deeply human. And Jennifer's reaction reminded everyone why she's one of the most respected women in Hollywood. Compassionate, kind, and forgiving even in the face of heartbreak. When Ben finished, the room filled with quiet applause. But then something truly unexpected happened. Jennifer stood up. The tension in the room was palpable as everyone watched her slowly make her way to the stage. No one knew what she was going to say, but when she finally spoke, her words melted every heart in the room. Jennifer looked at Ben with tears in her eyes and said softly, "We all make mistakes. Ben, what matters is who we choose to become afterward. I've seen your growth, your love for our kids, and your fight to be better, and I'm proud of that." Her voice cracked as she added, "Pain changes people, but sometimes it teaches us to love in ways we never understood before." Those words alone left not just Ben, but nearly everyone in attendance visibly emotional. Social media exploded with reactions. Fans were in tears, calling it one of the most touching celebrity moments in years. It wasn't about rekindled romance. It was about forgiveness, maturity, and emotional closure between two people who had weathered storms together. After Jennifer's words, Ben looked humbled, almost speechless. He reached out and hugged her tightly, a long, emotional embrace that symbolized years of unspoken words and lingering pain finally released. It wasn't the kind of hug that suggested love rekindled, but rather mutual respect and healing. For years, Ben has publicly battled addiction and personal struggles, often crediting Jennifer for being his rock through it all. Despite their separation, she's continued to support him as the father of their children, maintaining a bond built on care rather than resentment. This apology seemed to mark a new chapter, not just in Ben's career, but in his life as a man who's learned the hard way what truly matters. Those close to him say he's been more grounded lately, spending time with his children and focusing on self-improvement. Jennifer Garner has always been admired for her grace under pressure. Through the ups and downs, she's kept her dignity intact, never resorting to public feuds or emotional outbursts. But seeing her emotional response during Ben's apology reminded everyone that behind her calm demeanor lies a woman who has endured and overcome heartbreak. Her ability to forgive and move forward has become an inspiration to millions of fans. After the event, she was reportedly seen leaving quietly, holding back tears but smiling faintly when asked about Ben's speech. She said simply, "Healing takes time, but I believe in second chances, not just for others, but for ourselves too." What started as a moment of public vulnerability has turned into one of the most talked about emotional reconciliations in Hollywood. Whether or not Ben and Jennifer's paths ever cross romantically again doesn't matter. What matters is the deep respect and love that still binds them as family. If you were touched by this story as much as we were, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your friends so they can see this heartfelt moment too. We'll keep you updated with every emotional, inspiring, and breaking story from the world of Hollywood.